I'll go ahead and tell you the first big piece of news. Here's how I would sum up my perspective now. Welcome to a new video. It's been a few weeks since I've vlogged and I miss you guys and I have a lot to tell you. If you've been watching my videos, then you know I recently quit grad school and I'm going back to working full time, and I do have news about that, and I just want to talk about so much. I don't know, work, dream jobs, how my perspective has kind of changed over the last year, I guess. I'll go ahead and tell you the first big piece of news, and that is I officially have a job again. I'm starting next Monday. So today's Monday, November 28th. I'm starting next Monday, December 5th. It is actually the job I had before. I am going back to QA, which I didn't expect. Life is crazy, but I'm really excited. I'll talk about that when I get into like how my perspective has shifted. Since I have 1 week until I start my job, start working full time again, I want to use this week to make sure I just have everything in order, get everything together. I rearranged my office. I'll give you guys a little tour in a little bit. Also just like clean around the house, do some Christmas shopping because it is almost Christmas time and it's so much harder to get your Christmas shopping done when you work full time. So I'm gonna do as much of that this week as I can. Over the last few weeks, I've spent so much time actually resting.
And I'm not looking back, living in a hazy world. I just can't control the way you make me dance.
Did a lot of Christmas decoration shopping. This is our first Christmas in this house that we actually bought, so I'm so excited to decorate everything.
Let's do the tree.
It's been really nice and it's given me a lot of time to just like settle and think about what I want in my life going forward, and yeah. Okay, I do have things I need to do today. Let me pull up my Notion here. So I already went to the gym. Okay, I want to do a lot of cleaning today. I want to wash our bedding. It's a Monday, so I feel like it's a good time of the week to just have a fresh start. I want to wash our bedding, clean our bedroom and the bathrooms. I need to go check on my friend Danny's cats because she's out of the country and I'm cat sitting for her a little bit. Yeah, so lots of little chores around the house to do. So let's get started. The very first thing I want to do though is give you guys an updated office tour because I'm so happy with it. So it's a very small room, so it's hard to actually show you guys. This actually was Jackson's desk. I had the exact same one but smaller, but he got a standing desk, so I have his old desk, which is just a little bit bigger. I moved it to the center of the room, which takes up a lot more space, but it just feels way more like an actual office. So I have my little setup here. This little standing desk is now too small because the monitor I got this time around is bigger and I'm going to need to upgrade that, but I'm going to make it work for now. But I think that looks so cute. I like that the little corner. I would like to put like some prints back here or just something. I have a nice window for some sunlight. Right here is my clothing rack. And I just have this little bench that we actually got for extra seating for hosting, but I'll just keep it in here when we don't need it outside. But for anyone that asks, these aren't all the clothes I have, but I've been doing this thing lately where each week I pick out like 9 or 10 articles of clothing and I put them here, and this is what I wear for the week instead of going through all my clothes. I feel like I basically just pick a few of my favorite items every day anyway, so this way I'm more intentional and I just get better use out of my clothes, and then I find myself making different combinations and it just makes it simpler. So every Sunday I just like pick out a little micro capsule and that's what I wear for the week.
Makes you so happy. I'll listen patiently for you before I leave. My kind of party, no drinking, just conversations and thinking. I like the way that you're thinking, but I'm kind of shy. I don't look it. I saw the chance and I took it. But you know.
Just kidding, let's do it again. Oh, thanks, babe.
Just got back from running a few errands, and I'm gonna take a little break before I start doing like my around the house chores that I want to get done. But I thought this would be a good time to talk about my job situation and my perspective shift that I guess I've been going through. Where do you start big conversations like this? Like I told you guys earlier, I'm going back to the last job I had, which is quality assurance for software, so testing software. I definitely didn't expect to be going back when I left. It really took me by surprise that I was starting to miss the job and like all the perks of the job, like my lifestyle with this job. I think I had a hard time accepting QA as like a long-term career for me because it's not something I ever knew existed or like thought about doing growing up. It's a job that, you know, is like fairly new in the grand scheme of things. Never thought I would be like working in a corporate environment, and I never thought I would work with technology or software like at all. When I was really, really young, I wanted to be an author, and that was pretty much the only thing I ever wanted to do, and then I became a teacher. So for a long time, I feel like I've been trying to figure out like what my perfect job is. And I've known that like the perfect job doesn't exist, and every job's gonna have things in it that like you don't have fun doing. Like it's work for a reason. I think it's interesting that so many of us, so many working adults are kind of like experience the same thing. Like a lot of people have like a general overall dissatisfaction with where they are in their job. And then we see people who say they love what they do, or that they feel so much passion in it and purpose, and that they never work a day in their life because they love it. And then you really start to feel like you're just doing something wrong. Like, why don't I feel that for my job? And I'm not saying those people are lying or being dishonest, but I think for me, I had to come to terms with the fact that like, it's okay for me to have a normal job. I don't know, I guess it's just part of growing up where you just realize like how small you are and insignificant in the grand scheme of things, which doesn't take away your value as a person. It just is the truth. There's billions of people on the earth. Everybody's special, but that also means like nobody's special. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be all over the place. I'm so sorry. Here's how I would sum up my perspective now. I now realize that I would choose, and I am choosing, a job that maybe isn't like flashy and exciting, isn't what I thought I would do. But what I want from my job is, first and foremost, a job we work to make money. So I want to make money that allows me to live a comfortable life. I don't want to be stressed about money all the time. I don't necessarily need to make tons of money, just like a happy medium. And now that I've experienced working from home, I think, at least as far as I can tell, that's going to be like a non-negotiable for me. Like, working from home is, for me, so much better than working in office or in person every single day. So those are two things. And then when it comes to the actual work, I just want to be able to do a good job and feel like I'm contributing to something. At least specifically for this company and this job, I know that they do a good job of like communicating expectations and the support structure. I never felt like people were asking way too much of me. If I ever got overwhelmed, I had lots of people I could go to. Yeah, having that time away, I realized how much I value that and how good it was to be in that kind of company. And even if my job at the end of the day feels small, because like when you're working with software and technology, like it's so specific. Like I literally might spend a month testing like fields on a page or validations. Like it's very like specific work. It is still providing value to someone in some way. I just want to be able to do work, feel like I do good work, contribute to a team where I feel valued. This job does give me all that. There are some changes I want to make this time around because I don't want to go back into this and just like hope I don't end up feeling the way I felt before, because I did feel a bit lost, which I think part of that was just being like 24 and 25. I think you're just gonna feel lost no matter what. But I think connection is very important to me, and I didn't prioritize that or know how to prioritize that within this job. But now I think I've learned a lot more about putting myself out there, making the effort, and how just I've realized how important getting to know my coworkers and feeling comfortable with them is. So I'm going to be more proactive about that, messaging people on Teams, trying to have just little light conversations, even like doing stuff outside of work with people. I'm really bad at that. I'm bad at making friends because for me, it's so hard to go from like the acquaintance stage to the actual friend stage where you like hang out and do stuff. So still working on that. I'm going to try to like really focus on it and even maybe like set some monthly goals, like go hang out with coworkers twice a month or something like that. Because for me, it makes all the difference. And maybe there is a dream job for some people, but I think for most of us, it's what you make of it. There's so much outside of the workday to fill my life with, and then there's so much I can fill my life with during the workday if I choose to. I think it's really up to me, more so than just hoping that like jumping into a different career would check all these boxes. Like, I think I have to be the one to make sure that's happening. This is kind of weird, like especially since I've shared this journey with you guys over the last 2 years. Like, my second video was my first week of work at this job the first time. I didn't intend to like share my work journey, but I guess I am. If I ever say I have it figured out, I'm probably lying or mistaken. I'm just trying to figure it out day by day. I don't think it was a mistake for me to leave and try grad school like I did, because I don't know that my perspective would have shifted like this without that experience. You live and you learn. That's the point of life, right? It's a big topic. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole dream job thing, or just finding fulfillment in your career outside of your career. Okay, I'm gonna go do more stuff around house.
Company, you know I'd find a window of opportunity to paint.
For me, the biggest life hack for getting any amount of cleaning done is to throw on a podcast, because I never feel like cleaning. But then once I have a podcast on, I will go for hours. As long as I'm like listening to something, I get so much done.
So I lift you off the ground. Not only me falling the side around. As the ocean glows like we're in a movie. You got so much sand on your body when my hands be moving softly.
I already finished everything on my to-do list, but it's only 1:30, so I think I'm gonna go for a walk outside.
Distance was always timed. I can see by the look in your eyes. We had the same given life. Now I know too much has been said. I take myself on adventure instead.